let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that
I think
kind of
that-
person.
Alex is
It's an
happy she
impossible
gets a gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a
impossible question. I don't know why I asked it.
I'm like you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there?
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What?
Let's use this
Go
scenario.
ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror. It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last
binge
week.
it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked them.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014, they need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. It says 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
It's very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You
I thought
okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
Out. Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh, shoot.
Ah!
Put it out now. Flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
We're doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh,
Alex.
This is episode 246.
and that is the area code for the country of Barbados.
Oh, is that? Oh,
That's why
where
I
came
said
from.
that. Yeah, a very beautiful Caribbean island, actually. You guys ever
Mhm.
seen what Barbados looks like?
Yes.
Yes,
Not-
Mhm. Well, not
it
in real
probably
life,
looks
but
like
pictures.
The Bahamas.
it's beautiful.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, like I was Google searching this. I'm gonna show this on our YouTube actually, because this is like just gorgeous. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Just
Blue
wanna go
water.
there.
So beautiful looking.
Oh man,
Well, in relation to that, it was 60 degrees today.
beautiful out.
It was very, very nice today.
Yeah, look at that Barbados.
Did you go outside?
I did.
Yeah, driving
Yeah.
anyway.
When I was on my way here, I saw a bunch of people down the street outside.
Beautiful. It's a lot of. I just heard a motorcycle drive by. Right
I've
before
heard
our show,
motorcycle-
actually.
motorcycles last
There
week.
were two
Yeah.
pulled onto your street as I was pulling on.
Yeah, I heard it. They're loud, and I was
Oh,
like,
really?
"Oh, Alex, did you hear that?"
Motorbikes.
I'm not a big fan of loud noise vehicles.
My Mustang was loud.
I know.
You only rode in it once.
That's okay. I mean, I like the feel of how, like, the power behind it. But you can get that in electric cars now. Actually,
You can.
actually, I think they had to program it so that they had to allow it to ease your way into the gas because
Mhm. Too
electric
much
can
torque.
go immediate.
Too much torque.
Kick your ass immediately. Is there a country you've always wanted to visit?
No, because I remember I have a phobia of traveling internationally.
Would you do Canada at least?
I could be persuaded. to
That's
Canada.
that's like
It's the same continent.
3 hours
It
away.
is the same continent,
Right.
but I would not.
They speak English up there.
I would be very, very hesitant to go to Mexico.
Would you go to Hawaii, even though
Yes.
that's still ours?
Yes.
Well, I guess Guam is also ours. If you
So
go to
is-
any of the U.S. natives,
So
like
is
the U.S.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so you could technically really go far out and still be in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I've always wanted to visit Italy. I've always been a big fan of
Mhm.
Italian food. I think I should have been born in Italy.
Yeah, but
I love
U.S.
garlic and
Italian food is not like Italian.
No,
I
we hear
know.
Italian's better.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, we've had actual authentic Italian.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yes,
We have
Jer's aunt
Cheers, aunt.
Oh,
is
okay.
half-blooded Italian, and
And
she
then I've
made
got-
this amazing lasagna.
I've got
Woo.
an aunt that's full-blooded Italian, or not an aunt, but a I don't know what she would be. She's on my grandmother's side. She's married in.
oh,
so-
in-law.
She's an in-law, but she's
Removed.
full-blooded Italian.
There it is.
Yeah.
Twice removed or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Is there a place you'd ever want to visit, Alex? You just want to go somewhere.
Why are you
Barbados. Oh, that's. I was talking about the Caribbean and how
Oh,
beautiful
okay.
it is,
I want to go to where there's blue water.
like that.
Yeah, blue water, white
Yeah,
sand.
I would agree. I mean, that would. I've seen the ocean, but it wasn't blue. The Gulf can be blue,
Yes.
but
Yeah, when we were in Florida, it was really nice checking that out. So we've seen both sides of the U.S. now. You know.
mhm.
The number 246, Pokemon number 246 is also Larvitar, for those interested in the
I know who
Pokemon
that is,
industry. We
actually.
do too. Yeah, yeah. He's really big in Pokemon Go because he becomes Tyranitar.
Yeah.
T-Tar is what he's nicknamed in the
T-Tar.
Pokemon Go
Yeah.
leagues.
World.
You get that T-Tar raid?
Yeah.
So, how was your week, Brett?
It's fine. I back when it snowed, I was driving home one night and I heard something thunk on my rear passenger side. And I knew I didn't get hit by a car because I didn't sway. So I'm like, oh man, that sounded loud enough. That probably left a mark.
Mm-hmm.
So I get home and I look, and there's one really deep through the paint ding and one less deep but still through the paint ding. I'm like, damn it, I probably took an ice chunk from somebody's wheel well.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and got an estimate. You can't get out of a body shop for less than $1,000. But so I took it in today to get
Right.
fixed. And they did call me and say the estimate was only like $700. So that surprised me.
So you kind of went like, oh, instead of it being, well, now you only have to really pay a couple hundred after your insurance claim.
Yeah, so it's I mean, it is what it is. It happens, and like I was telling you, you picked me up
Yeah.
to take me to my rental. That in 20 years of driving, I've only had to have body work done twice, and only one of them, this one was my insurance covered. So I've been pretty fortunate.
Right. Right.
But
Mhm.
so they gave me a Nissan Sentra, and I hate it.
We love ours.
And I don't. It's not the car's fault.
Mhm.
It's once I get used to my car, that's what I like.
Mhm.
What year do you know? Do you have an idea?
It's got to be fairly late model because rental places don't keep old models.
Not normally. So, you
it's
probably have a
a
2019.
19 or a 20,
Uh-huh.
but it doesn't have the screen like you guys have.
Oh.
So it's just.
I think that screen is
Well,
new
we
this
have
year.
we have a Nissan Sentra, but we have like
We have a level up.
there's three
Yeah,
different
it's
We have the
levels.
mid
this
level.
one's
Yeah, we have
probably
the
a
mid.
base.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a lot smaller than my car,
It's
and
dry in here.
It's just.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'll be happy to get my car back.
We love our seats in our car. I will say, you sat in the front seat for just a brief period.
It was brief.
It's very comfortable for us, though. We love it. That's great for road trips.
Mhm.
So you're expecting it back Wednesday? You said?
That's what they told me.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, when I got my windshield smashed, I should have taken it in because it probably would have been a good insurance claim on that. It was smashed by a brick from a dump truck.
Oh yeah.
It happened last year.
I took a rock in my old car from a semi that had to be repaired. So whenever I get behind a dump truck or a semi, I get out of that as quickly as possible.
Oh, I was directly behind him.
And that's why a lot of them will say, "Don't follow too closely. Not responsible for
Mhm.
flying objects."
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So when we've watched Final Destination 2, you know, most millennials
log
understand
tree.
to get away from
The log truck.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else happened during your week? I mean, for
I
us,
don't think so.
I've really just been spending it at home, applying places, and
Mhm.
yeah, doing housework. Alex is getting
Mhm.
overworked. Back to work.
Well, I'm getting back to work.
Are you working full days yet?
No, this week I
Tomorrow.
start. I have 2 half days, 2 full days,
Okay.
and then I basically go from working like 32 hours a week out post COVID to like 38 hours a week this week to next week, and then for the next like 3 months working without scheduled 49 and a half
Yeah.
for the next like 11 to 12. So,
Yikes.
yeah, so hopefully I'm just not gonna die.
You'll be all right. You'll come home and you'll
Yeah,
eat and sleep.
I'll be working Monday through Saturday, so
Fun stuff. At least you get a day off.
yeah, I'm just gonna sleep the whole day. That's probably it.
Right, right. Yeah, for our week, that's about it, really. For us, just gaming and playing video games. About it. Yeah, nothing else really big. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk
No,
about?
I don't care. I mean, we can go into the movie of the week because we got to air some grievances.
You had a problem with this.
Oh, absolutely. So, okay, first of all, we did not do The Negotiator as pre-planned. We called an audible on this one. Brett, you wanted to do the movie Bully, which came out in 2001. This movie, starring a couple of names.
There's a couple of people I recognize.
Brad Renfro and Nick Stahl are 2 big names. They're the 2 biggest bills.
B.U. Phillips has been in some stuff too.
Yes, she has. This movie, okay, here's the synopsis. A pack of naive teenagers conspire to murder a mutual friend whose aggressive demeanor has proved too much. Now, there was also a documentary that came out in 2011 called Bully. This is not the one we're talking about. So
There was also a 90s movie with Tom Arnold and Rick Moranis called Bully.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a comedy.
Yes. Can you tell us why you wanted to choose this film?
So this movie is it's based on true events, by the way.
Yes, it is.
This is not a movie for entertainment. This is a reality check movie. And I did some reading on some stuff, and a lot of it was user reviews from IMDb, but then I watched some YouTube videos as well. But one thing that was kind of a common theme in the reviews that I read is that parents need to be aware of what their teenagers are doing.
That's an interesting thought.
And in this movie, the bully at question, his dad just thought he was the greatest guy.
Yep.
A wonderful kid.
Mm-hmm.
Middle to upper class kid, and that he had big plans, and he was a terrible person.
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very terrible. The whole thing was just all around messed up.
And I warned you guys that this movie was, I believe I used the F word, but I said it was a fucked up movie. And
Very
I
much
remember, I think I landed on this not long after it came out on like IFC, and IFC does not edit their movies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I just watched it, and I'm like, oh my god, this actually happened, and
it's brutal.
These kids are just, it makes you wonder if this is a Florida thing or if really all teenagers are like this, because they're constantly on drugs, they're having sex with each other.
Yeah.
And
a lot of nudity, a lot of alcohol.
Unbelievable.
A lot of profanity, a lot of gore, a lot of violence.
But I think the director's name was Larry Clark.
Yes.
And he's actually plays the dad of the
hitman.
Quote unquote hitman.
Yeah.
And I think he's been known to do these gritty type of films, but I think he kind of captured what teenagers actually look like and how they act and talk.
I get a sense the script is a little wild, a little too expanded. Some scenes, I'm like, okay, you can cut the camera now.
Sure.
Some direction is a really bad thing. The spinning camera scene.
Yeah. And they
don't understand that. Alex is staying silent throughout this.
I about like
Speak your grievances, Alex.
threw up during that scene.
You've been silent a lot today.
You were just you were talking.
I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Like, what do you think about this movie, Alex?
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's not
disturbing.
I like entertaining.
I get Requiem for a Dream / Spring Breakers / Wrong Turn vibe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
The only thing I really got from this was like at the end, his brother walks out with a Dare shirt on.
That was way too freaking.
And I was like, that's the only
that's
the only significance
right in your face.
to it.
you know, in reality, they probably gave him to that at school because we had a DARE program. And
Yeah.
No. It's a
But
political statement. Is what
Yeah,
they did.
that's what I'm
Maybe.
trying to say.
No,
is
stay off of drugs, violence, and have education on it.
maybe,
That's
Yeah.
exactly what they were doing.
maybe. I wouldn't say that with any confidence.
No,
Maybe it's just
it was in the center of the shot.
okay. He was also in Florida.
In an extra large black
I'm
DARE
just saying.
T-shirt, he's obviously
I
selling
don't
the DARE
presume
program.
to know what the director was trying to say in that scene.
I want to find it. I just want to show this. I can't. The Google search will probably not find it because it's an underground film. Basically,
Yes.
it's very
Independent, yeah.
But the
reminded me
shot
of-
at the end, it's exactly saying
It reminded me of
education.
like a XXX NC-17 /
Requiem for a Dream is really close to
no.
that, actually, in a sense, in my opinion. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I got excited.
It reminded me of like this, like back in the day when we did do the DARE program, and they would show us, depending on what grade you're on, like a grade-based or age-based movie, what you're learning about to show you like different scenarios and things like that about drugs and violence and blah 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 blah. And this reminds me of like a movie that they would show you as an adult in jail or something. Like, all right, here now do you trust the DARE program? Like, I don't know. That's just, I wouldn't have think anything about DARE until like the kid came out at the very end watching his brother get taken away for murder, and then he's wearing a freaking DARE shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole movie's about that. Don't do this, and this, and this.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like, hey, you got acid, and they say, oh yeah, I got acid. Yeah, kids aren't like that.
I don't know. I'm sure. I was telling Josh in the middle of it. I'm like, this is just. I mean, this movie's all wrong. Like, it's just bad. But I'm like, it's hard to believe that there are, because I know it's a true story. But I'm like, it's hard to believe that kids and teenagers are like that. But I mean, it's true. They are. I mean, I used to watch like Maury and whatever else and see these troubled kids who just
Sure.
think like they just grow up and think, hey, this is right, this is cool, and get brainwashed in this stuff because they're growing and they're learning, and you can only grow and learn off of what you're not necessarily taught, but what you're exposed to. Yes,
Right.
exposed to. So I was just like, it's just, I don't know, because that's just not how I was raised. I know that's not how all three of us were raised, but it's just
We're Midwesterners.
it's a different world. Like, I wasn't brought up around drugs and booze and all the violence.
Okay,
and
you
stuff.
can't say you were around it, but you weren't.
It was
engaging.
nowhere near that level.
Right.
That's like a whole nother level.
I mean, but it could have been a Florida thing, as Brett said. It could have been the area. Could have been the city.
It could have
they
been
were
the
in.
neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
I did watch a video. This guy did some research, just kind of talking about the real life story, and that area in Florida is known to have kind of some male sex work. And he even talked about there was a scene that this club did like amateur night, and basically gay boys would go up there and dance for money, or not, teenagers.
Yes.
But that was a common thing in
Yes.
this area.
Yes.
And even if you weren't gay, it would be a way to make money.
That's how I
So
saw it
it's
on the
just kind of
movie. It
like-
was just like, oh, he made him get up there, and then after he got up there, guys were just sticking money in his pants, and he's like, oh, hey, I'm making money by doing this. Okay, it's not so bad. Nothing's
And
happening.
The director said he went down to the area in his research for the film. He kind of categorized the area as nothing to do. So maybe maybe it's a case of bored teenagers.
They're bored, so they're figuring something fun and rebellious to do.
Yeah.
God, that's so messed up. Well, I agree. Yeah, I see that. It could have been that way. Brad Renfro was arrested during filming for trying to steal a yacht.
What?
Wow.
And this is also his favorite film.
Well, he is also dead.
Whoa, I did not know that.
Yeah, he died in. He was 25. I don't remember what year, but he died of a drug overdose. So he had
wow.
issues.
Suicide?
No, well, not intentional. I don't think.
Maybe we
Maybe.
don't know.
Well, I have no idea.
Hold on, let me look at. Oh, there's no that Brad Renfro died.
Yeah, I didn't know that he
That-
died.
2008.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's the kid from The Client, which I believe we watched
Mhm.
for movie club.
He-
But
he's-
interesting thing about this, so all of them end up going to jail or going to prison.
Yes.
Oh,
But-
I knew that was as soon as they start talking. Hey, this happened. I was like, dude, they've all got PTSD, and they're all just gonna start spilling it because they can't
Sure.
control their reality right now.
So they
Yeah.
did they did embellish on a few things with the cracking. The character of Lisa, who was the boyfriend of Marty, who was the best friend of Bobby. She did not tell a friend. She told her mother. Her mother told her sister. The sister was the mother of Derek, the cousin.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And Derek ended up confessing and leading the cops to the body.
So it was
Okay.
Derek.
Yes.
All right.
So
I figured it'd be.
all of them are out now except
Oh, really?
all except Marty, Donnie, and Derek Kaufman, the hitman.
Mm-hmm.
They all appealed and got reduced sentences. Marty was sentenced to death, but he appealed and got life in prison.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
he did get. Okay, I did see
Because
that
it
at the end
did
of the
say
film.
at the
Yeah.
end.
Yep. Okay.
Death by electric chair, which
yes.
surprised me that they were still using electric chairs.
That's what I said. And
in
I
the
was like,
90s.
Actually, I think the last one. I looked this up recently.
it was actually, yeah, we actually talked about this, I think, on the
Probably
podcast
af-
not too long
probably
ago.
after
That
the
it's
Green Mile.
it's still, yeah, I think it was the Green Mile. Like, it's still being used, or it's still an option in some states.
The electric chair was last used in 2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just like, yeah, only very recently we both were like, what? Really? That just
Yeah.
seems like something back in like 1800. kind of
Right. It
thing.
seems a little too primitive. We got
Yeah.
other ways these days. Instead of pumping juice, you can just do other types of juice.
I guess.
Lethal
Yeah.
injection, that kind of stuff. How many F bombs do you think were in this
Oh
film?
boy. It was.
Just give a guess.
It felt like there was one in every sentence almost. At least with the dialogue of.
It's very Departed like.
Yes.
I'll say 250.
Okay. Alex?
300.
It's 274. You guys were like,
It was like he said, pretty much every sentence in the movie.
yeah. This movie was messed up.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's very messed up.
It's very much like in your face.
I don't know, it made me want to throw up.
Okay, so Alex, you had an issue with this movie. What was
It was for me, it was just the way it was shot and I'm not a big fan of watching like real life like rape and I don't
aggression like that, violence.
yeah, like I'm just I don't know.
That was one other thing in this video I watched. Marty and Bobby worked out a lot, and they were on steroids. So everybody thought that a lot of Bobby's aggression was from steroids.
So
Now that movie did not depict that.
no, they did. They
no.
were.
They
they
never
were
really kind of
wiry.
plugged why he was the way he
Yeah.
was.
They looked thin and
Yeah.
not fed well.
Yeah.
Instead of you saying they probably would have been beefy.
The real life pictures of Bobby, especially when he's shortly before his death, he was a big guy. So that claim I think has some weight to it.
So that's why it took so many people.
I don't know. It's just I feel like
Yeah.
it's because it was just shot very more real world esque that it just kind of is. The movie's disturbing.
It's very.
I think
disturbing.
that's like I just get the way that when we were to watch like Wrong Turn and stuff, how I just don't like how disturbing it is. So it just kind of turns my stomach, makes me pukey, and
Well, and
Yeah.
I chose this because I was confident that you guys have never seen a movie like this.
no.
Well, other than the
Recommend.
movies that have been
Yeah, that would probably be the
recommended.
closest one.
Well,
Yeah.
Requiem for a Dream or Spring Breakers.
It reminded me a little bit of Spring Breakers too. Just
Spring Breakers is like vanilla. This.
yeah.
Like Spring Breakers
Yeah,
has
vanilla.
some scenes that are
The one
like
with-
really
Is
silly.
that the one with James Franco?
James
Yes.
Franco and like all these cast of girls.
It's definitely a movie that you don't think is going to be the way it is, and
It's
then you
not
watch
very
it and
good.
it's very like
It's not very good.
like
in
jaw
my
on the
opinion.
floor, weird and
Jaw on the floor, weird.
yeah, it's just messed up.
It is messed up.
It's very messed up.
Very much so. Yeah.
But you know what? After watching it and stuff, like it gives you another perspective of wow, this yeah.
So now
this
you have
is
a different view.
Well,
than
no,
what-
because the watching Spring Breakers,
Yeah.
and then there was some documentaries that I've watched about girls that would go down to places like Florida,
and that kind of stuff would
and
happen.
that stuff happens
Absolutely.
in real life, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, dang. I mean, it's kind of more like an
Right.
eye opener that you need to make sure you're watching out for your kids that you're just sending on a plane down to Florida
Unsupervised.
unsupervised.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Don't do drugs, kids, or you will kill your abusive friend.
Maybe.
pretty much is what that movie says.
In my final opinion on this movie, I'd say if you want to have a real reality check, like Brett said, I guess watch it. But personally, I'd say I'm not going to go back to it.
I mean, it's more of a documentary than a movie.
I kind of said,
in a
okay, so
way.
Alex and I were having this discussion right after the film, and she's like, I have a problem with this film for this and this reason about it being too violent and all this stuff. I said, yeah, but you watch the documentaries of it after it happens.
Yeah, but
instead of it
I
being
don't-
shown in your face,
there's
you see
there's a different type of way of learning things. I don't need to know how the cow was butchered,
Mhm.
but you can tell me.
You can tell.
I
me how
can
it
learn
was.
how it is, but you don't
Yeah.
need to show me how it's done.
Okay.
And so that's just kind of
Well, there you go.
documentary style. It's more like they tell a story and let you kind of like, as you're following the story, let you put the pieces together, and then at the very end kind of sum it up and see whether or not like, oh, you figured it out kind of thing. So it's more like I like
Right.
mystery kind of things. It's not, oh, I love watching this because this guy murdered a bunch of people. It's more the mystery of things and how it took
Right.
so long for people to catch people like this.
Right.
That's what I.
But
not
when you
that's
watch
what I-
those things, they'll show like a America's Most Wanted kind of mockumentary reenactment.
Yes, those
And you're
parts,
still okay with that.
I didn't say I was okay with that. I
Okay,
don't like it when they
okay.
show those parts.
Okay.
I generally try not to watch those parts because I get
And
nightmares.
it still gets in your head.
Yeah, like this movie's probably gonna mess me up for a little bit.
You did say that. You said I'm probably not gonna
Like,
be
I'm
okay
probably not
for
gonna be
another
able to
week.
sleep for a little week.
So I mean, I'll give this movie for its credit for what it is. I can't really give it a score.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's scoreless to
It's
me.
I don't think you can really score this movie.
No.
No. If you're interested, watch it.
Yeah. Bully.
Now, did you look at the critic review?
Mm-mm.
Or the-
Oh, I was gonna pull it up. I had not
Might
pulled
as
it
well.
up. What's the
You want me
reviews
to go
on
to
it?
like Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you just Google it, it'll have like all
No,
of
I already
them.
got Bully movie. Okay, it's been on my recent search history. I just need to click. There's Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 55.
Hmm.
Wow, load slower. Why don't you? I need to get a new phone out.
Actually, that's higher than I thought.
Yeah, that's the that's
Audience score
is
is
almost
69.
69%. Yeah,
Hmm.
interesting concept. So you can find it on Hulu, guys. Is there something you want me to read about it? Like, is there something you want me to look
No.
at
No.
specifically? You just want to know what it's getting.
Yeah, I was gonna look it up after the movie. I just totally forgot about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Alex, you have the choice. Of
I do
the
have
week.
the choice, but
Mhm.
I had a couple in my head, so
Mhm.
we'll circle back to it because I'm still debating.
Circle back.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll circle back to it.
So yeah, Brett, we watched Back to the Future finally.
What, sort of.
We watched
Two-thirds.
2 out of the 3.
We can still do the trilogy on the trivia on the third. We don't have to watch them all.
Now,
That's the thing.
didn't you, Alex, want to watch Back to the Future? Like, was it
did.
your final say?
Yeah.
Then why didn't you watch the third one?
Ran out of time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Been working, and then we had my mom's birthday party, and then yeah, I didn't have any time to finish it.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
finished the second one yesterday.
Yeah.
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 And then today I had appointments, and
What?
and then we watched the Bully movie today,
Mhm.
and then right after that.
We were gonna watch the Bully movie last night, but then he said it was rough, so I was like, well,
Yeah, I was like, I didn't want to
we
watch
were
it before
eating.
bed.
And
Well, we were eating during the movie too.
we did. I
We
stopped
did.
eating because
we stopped,
I got
we stopped eating.
like as soon as there was full on bush, I was like, oh, it's
My
gonna be
God,
this movie.
There's like so much nudity.
So much nudity. Yes.
I said
absolutely.
like
Oh,
with,
there, yeah, I
and,
should have
like,
said that
the
too. I forgot
first-
about the nudity.
The first 3 or 4 lines are about sex
It's-
in the movie.
And the first 3 or 4 scenes are all sex.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's banging in the first 10 minutes of this movie. By the way,
Yeah.
it's like Game of Thrones on steroids.
yeah. My gosh.
So, yeah, so we can still do the trilogy trivia of Back to the Future.
Well, I mean,
I'm still gonna watch the third movie this week.
so I know,
Yeah.
Josh, you just watched them like 2 years ago.
Yep.
And have you ever seen them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plenty of times.
So,
I just needed a refresher.
anything you want to say about it?
About the movies?
Yeah.
I think that Back to the Future 1, the first one, holds up still, and
Oh, of
I
course.
still think it's a great movie. I know Josh has a completely different opinion on all these movies, but
Mhm.
I still like them. And then as an adult watching them, I really should just start going back to all these childhood movies that I used to watch all the time. from start to finish, and then just write down everything that I didn't understand as a child that I get now.
Yeah.
Or all these, just because we're so used to picking apart all these movies now and finding Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much that behind the scenes that, or they say in lines that you don't catch, that just go right over your head, that you're like, oh, that's going to feed into the second one. That's going to feed into the third one.
I love watching movies with subtitles because you.
Oh, that's the other thing, is
miss
subtitles.
so much without subtitles.
No.
Yeah.
Second one, my review, it's cheesy AF. Like, it's so like.
No.
I think
I don't think so.
The first three, no, I'd probably say the first half of the movie is it's so cheesy.
Would you say all of your guys' favorites is the first one?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, mine's 2.
You're weird.
I really like to.
I like 2.
I like the concept of the movie. It's the.
But I really like.
2 has a deeper story than the other 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said,
it is like timeline upon timeline thoughts. You just
I think
that
the
really
reason why
you to that.
the reason why I score the first one so much higher is because it's got a good story, good solid story, plus the acting is really good.
Well, and it can stand alone as well.
Yes, and 2, it does not follow the same parameters for me. It's got a good story, and that's.
Yes, but you understand, in all 3 of them, they follow a similar path.
Very similar path.
They do, yeah.
Intro and exit.
And there's
The
always a
acting
chase
in the second
middle.
one is not nearly up to par, though. It's just so like. It's just cheesy to me.
I think, personally, these movies are boring. I don't have any interest in any of the characters.
It's probably my favorite trilogy.
Really?
Probably.
Oh, that
not
explains
Jurassic
it.
Park.
A lot of it is
In my opinion.
No, because I think Back to the Future 3 is better than Jurassic Park 3.
Disagree.
Now I know
Heavily.
3 is not popular among even Back to the Future.
I like
fans.
3 better than 2.
Well, super fans like all of them, but I think just nerds in general, people don't like 3.
I like the Wild West one, and
do
I'm
too.
usually not like a Western movie person.
Like, I don't care about the dad. He's a wimp. He's not even a good character. In
That's the
my
point.
personal opinion. Why even like?
He's
Why
not
tell the
into-
story then?
Because if he was like Biff, then there would be no story.
Well, Marty doesn't even interest me, so it's like I'm in trouble. Immediately, the protagonist does not interest me from the get go.
So
He's not believable. You know, he
why
doesn't.
isn't
He doesn't.
believable?
He doesn't give me any sort of like. Sean Astin played a better teenager than Michael J. Fox.
Well, he was like 24 when he was 24 playing a 17-year-old.
All right. So I'm proving my point.
I guess, but I think you're in the minority there.
I don't. That's fine. And I'm telling my minority story as to why I don't like it. Because the effing time machine was almost a fridge. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's.
Before it was a DeLorean, they
Yep.
about had it as a fridge. How boring
Are you
is
serious?
that? Would that have made the movie any better? I don't know.
No, I mean.
That would have made it bad.
No, because I mean, in the first one, you need the 88 mile per hour plot point
Yeah.
and the lightning, so.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely couldn't have been the fridge.
No. But here's the thing, like there's so many things about the trilogy that I just don't care for. I'm just not really a fan of the Back to the Future movies. Never was, never interests me.
So this whole thing started because either Bob Gale or Robert Zemeckis, I think Bob Gale, because he was the writer, or one of the writers. He wondered if he saw a picture of his dad when he was a teenager, and he wondered if he would be friends with his dad, and that started the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And how Marty goes back in time to run into his parents and so on.
Mhm.
So that's kind of, and it became like that. It became this huge hit that nobody at this movie studio thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And it just blew up and made Michael J. Fox
Mm.
a star who was filming Family Ties at the same time. So he was working like 20 hours a day acting.
Right.
So that's impressive.
Mhm.
But you like these films, Alex?
I do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Did you grew up with them like you guys both did?
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think I watched them.
I watched a lot of I didn't.
To
I
the
was more
mid-90s?
lucky to find 2 and 3 on TV, but we
Yeah.
owned one. Like everybody I knew owned one, but nobody owned the second or third.
We
I
didn't.
don't know how I got exposed to it for the first time.
I think I was just never exposed to them.
I think my mom and dad just liked
think
the
we
movie,
watched
so we
them
had
once.
it, so I watched it. That's how I got exposed to it.
I think because it didn't interest my parents, we didn't see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. I mean, the DeLorean is a cool car and all, and that's really what brought it to the big hype level that it was, or else it was gonna be a failure of a car.
I just thought
It
that
was
they did
still
a
kind
good
of
job.
failure
Like,
of a car.
Right, but they're bringing the DeLorean back.
I thought
Maybe.
they did a good job in the first
Maybe.
one, though, going back to 1955. And I think just
Oh no,
For-
the writing of
for me thinking like, all right, actors, we're gonna put you back in 1955, and then for them to go from acting in what are they,
Well, that-
1985?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1985 to 1955, and then the way that they're acting and they're dressing, and it's like I was trying to put it in my perspective. I'm like, all right, 1955, who would I be hanging out with? Like, what would I be doing if I were to go back?
Brett, they're bringing it out this fall.
We'll see.
What are they?
I believe it when I see it.
It says it right here. The iconic DeLorean DMC-12 will rise like a phoenix come fall 2021.
It's
Well,
got it.
Again, I believe it when I see it. I believe
The
it.
40th anniversary.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How much will it cost?
100 grand.
100 grand.
That's why I believe it when I see it.
No one's gonna buy that.
Excuse you know how many people are out there waiting for this?
Well, it's a collector's item.
Absolutely
The
it
old
is.
ones are collector's
Well, this one's
items
going to be
now.
just as much. I think it's just a. It
We're
didn't
not
look any
gonna
different.
buy that.
I don't think they're relatively popular though, even
This will
as
be.
a collector.
Oh, I would think this would go
Well,
flying.
you don't. Well, there's 30-year-olds now that are millionaires that will buy this, that have grown up with the Back to the Future
I
trilogy.
mean
that
the
will.
old ones. I think it's a very niche collectible.
Well, if it's still, I mean, it's kind of like any car. Yes, Alex. What are you hotting?
She made a joke.
I made a
She
joke.
thought she
Whoopsies.
did.
What was it?
You're like, oh, I don't think this would be very popular. I said, no, I think this will go flying.
Oh, because of the car flew.
Boo.
Yeah, not good.
My God,
It was not
Bad
fine,
take.
whatever.
So you got some trilogy trivia, Brett.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
All
it.
right. And number 1, 5 questions per movie. I think
Alrighty.
at least 5. How many minutes slow were Doc Brown's clocks?
Exactly 1 minute slow.
25.
Josh is correct.
What? What are you talking?
You're talking
Oh,
about.
I was
the
talking about his stopwatch.
clock.
Oh, you're talking about at the beginning.
So speaking of that scene, real quick,
I put that on the floor and
clock
kick it.
scene, but when he
The stopwatch.
yes.
Okay.
So I didn't understand until just recently that when he sends Einstein 1 minute into the future,
Yeah.
that was him arriving at that 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it came back. I didn't really get it.
You didn't. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and it made sense that Einstein skipped over that minute to arrive at that minute.
To lose a minute.
So it
To
was
lose
a
a
minute for them, but it was instantaneous for
For him.
So I
Yep.
was like,
Yeah.
holy crap! I don't know how I never got that, but that was
You know, as you pointed out that way, I think I'm getting it, like putting it in my head that way. I think I just let it be as I was watching. It's like, oh, he just came up and he just showed up. I didn't even think about as it being programmed that way to come out. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And that you pointed out.
Okay. Well, I still won half the question because I got that one right.
BS, different clock.
Well,
There's a lot of clocks and timers
compared
in
to
this.
that
It's
actual
Time Machine
question.
movie. There's gonna be a lot of clock. It's about a clock tower for F's sake.
But the reason why I asked it is because it specifically said, and he has like 100
According to my
clocks.
He does.
calculations, it's exactly 25 minutes slow.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that it's 8:25 precisely? Damn.
I'm
late
for school.
Cue Huey Lewis in the news.
Yeah.
What did Marty order at the 50s cafe?
A Coke? Well,
No.
no, not a Coke, a Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Well, that's
Give me something with sugar
That's
in
like
it.
25% right.
Well, something with sugar in it. Yes.
Give me something with sugar in it.
What does he order first?
Does he get a coffee?
No.
Yes. He gets coffee.
No.
No. Okay. He says something.
He does order something. Hold on. He's like, a what?
Oh, you ask him what he first
A
orders.
tab? Yes, a tab. A tab. He
Tab. I
orders a
can't
tab.
give you a tab unless
So
he
you
orders
can order
something.
something.
Then what does he order?
Pepsi.
Pepsi Zero or
New-
something.
No.
Something with
what was it?
my God, give me a tab. What does he say?
A Pepsi something.
Pepsi free.
Free.
Which
Free.
apparently was a thing. in
Free.
the
That's right,
80s.
because he's like,
All
for
right,
free.
if you want a Pepsi pal, you
You
gotta
gotta pay for it. Yeah.
Just give me something without any sugar.
Without any
Without
sugar. Not
any
with
sugar.
sugar, Alex.
Well, I knew it had something to do with sugar.
What dance does George kiss Lorraine at?
The Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Correct. How much electricity does the flux capacitor require?
Something 0.1 gigawatt.
Oh my God, Alex, we had this
I
in
know.
our head.
I always mess it up.
120.
No.
No.
Something 0.1.
1.21 gigawatts.
There you go.
Ah.
Very good.
God, I was like, Alex, we said it out loud like 3 times.
21 gigawatts.
That's right. My God, I always mess it up.
What the hell is a gigawatt? All right. What does George order right before he approaches Lorraine at the 50s Cafe?
Milk, chocolate.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Lou, give me a chocolate, or give me a milk. Chocolate. Slides note.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 2.
Okay.
Where do Marty and Jennifer get married?
Ooh.
What'd she say? Like Little Italy or some kind of like.
No.
No, it's some.
Not
Where does she
even
get?
close.
Where do they
Okay.
get married?
Think about it, Alex. Number 2. They got married.
It's some like church, like the Vegas church.
Okay, what's it called?
They just got hitched.
I don't know what it's called. I don't remember.
What?
I got married at the Chapel of Love.
Yes.
Chapel of Love.
Yeah. Okay. Because I remember her looking at the picture.
Mm-hmm.
This one is really hard. If you asked me, I probably wouldn't have even got it. But it says it in print, so that's and not in a
Great.
subtitle.
Great.
What is Strickland's first name? And
Oh.
I put name in parentheses. So I did not know this until I watched through it this time.
Strickland's first name?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
It's in
when
print.
Marty follows him to his office to get the almanac,
Yeah.
it shows
And it's on the-
his sign
Yes.
with his name. It's S.S. Strickland.
It's just SS.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
a first
Would
and,
not have gotten that
first
one.
and middle initial.
Nope.
Mhm.
Would not have gotten that.
How did Biff win his first $1 million?
He betted on a
It was a horse race.
horse race.
Correct. When?
1955.
I thought it was 65.
No, it would have probably been like 1956 because it was on his 18th birthday.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Back then.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What video game was in the Cafe 80s?
Oh, he picks it up and he's like, oh, this, you have to do it with your hands or something.
Yeah.
The kids were like,
Elijah Wood.
you have to play this with your hands.
You know it's Elijah Wood, right? Yeah.
I don't know what game it was.
Some kind of fast shooter one.
I don't know what. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know the name of it.
It's not Time Killer, but that's the only one that's coming to my head. That's the only one. I know it's not that.
It is Wild Gunman.
It is Wild Gunman. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Would not
show
have
you,
gotten that.
kid. All right. What numbered Jaws sequel was in 2015?
That was 19.
19.
Oh, I thought it was 10. It says like now it's personal or something. under
Yeah,
the-
isn't that dumb? And the fakest shark pops out.
Yeah.
Well, it's a hologram, and
Yeah.
that's a total joke because Steven
Right.
Spielberg was a producer on this movie. So
Yes.
Oh,
executive
okay.
producer.
Yeah.
So.
I know that it said now it's personal underneath.
Bonus question: what flashed in the sky after the DeLorean was struck by lightning?
It was like two little like infinity signs or like
Oh,
two little like
I thought it was like
66
66.
or something.
So it's either a backwards 99 or an upside down 66.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've read some fan theories on what that meant, and I can't remember what they are.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
So,
but yes, it was
if
like a
meant
little like
anything.
yeah.
That was on 2, right?
Yeah.
Let me look
Yeah,
it
it was
up.
at the
Let me
end
look
of
it up.
2.
Let me look it up.
Okay, keep going.
Well, that's it for 2.
Oh, okay. Well, then go for 3.
But we're gonna look up what the fan theory is.
So talk amongst yourselves about Back to the Future and as to why you love it so much.
I like it.
I
It's a good
think
movie.
the Griff character is hilarious, and Griff is Biff's grandson, and they're all
Oh.
played by Thomas F. Wilson.
They are?
Well, I think. Well,
I
I know.
thought that they
I
weren't
know-
the same actor.
I know Biff and old Biff, young Biff, and 1985 Biff and Buford Tannen are all Thomas F. Wilson. I thought Griff was, but I could be wrong.
I thought Griff was a different actor.
He might be. If he is, he played.
If he did,
What
then
you
they
think?
looked very, very good, like very
Yeah.
similar. I seriously thought he was a different actor.
I'm on Reddit right here.
What's it say? Anything?
Since the vehicle was hovering at the time when it was struck, the lightning bolt, it spun in the time machine, making its parts travel at a rate equivalent to 88 miles per hour on an axis. The flame trails were created as a backwards 99 as a result.
Okay,
Nothing really about physics other than the fact that it was swirling fire
I guess.
in Reddit's.
Okay. So we got nothing. Is really
That's
what we
not-
came up with.
Not
okay.
really.
So no significance. They should have just made it go.
Oh, there's
poof.
an actual fan club magazine that would have probably talked about this. Actually, if they talk about verbatim stuff here.
I do remember October 21st, 2015, like in reality,
Yeah.
because that was the day that they go to in Park
Well, I
Hill.
remember that because it was all over Facebook. Today's the
Exactly.
day they went.
So
they came
the
back.
day they went.
They came
Yeah,
to see us.
and they did release those shoes, and we did talk
Yeah.
about them on the
Yeah.
podcast.
That's like the only thing in the movie that I actually thought was cool was the shoes.
And the
I thought
hoverboard.
the hoverboard and the
If it was
dehydrator.
real.
Oh, the dehydrator.
Well,
pretty
the thing
cool.
is, that's
Oh,
kind of
man.
real now.
Oh, Mom, you
know?
really know how to dehydrate
Dehydrate
a
a pizza.
pizza.
If you think about it the other way around, we're actually doing air fryers and pressure cookers that are making us
Well,
cook faster.
Faster. That is
Like
true.
that.
I'm trying to think. I was like, was there anything they got right?
Well, the pressure cooker with the
Well, I
hydrator
mean, you
freeze
have
close.
the kind of like the Skype on TV.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, and
Well,
that.
it's
that
more advanced now than it is in 2015.
But
sorry, 2015 then.
It was a 1985 Vision though.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
So,
So the visionary of it, it's
They got
true.
that wrong.
Faxing is no longer a thing, but
Right.
it's
Yes,
still we
that's not
have
a thing.
wireless
Well,
stuff.
faxing is still a thing. It's just not used that much.
It's not used how they use it in the movie.
Read my fax.
None of the fashion.
No,
No,
none
but
of
who
that.
can
God.
predict that? You know?
No, you can't predict fashion. That's the problem.
Marty was wearing two ties.
The
Oh, and pulling your pants pockets out of your pants
and the sleeve is like you got to pull a thing, or it hangs down low.
It was an auto.
It was an
adjust.
auto jacket, and it has a dryer in it too.
It auto fits to you.
Yeah.
But it's like I was talking about the fashion. I did not predict that. So
Okay.
I think they got most of it wrong.
Number 3. According to Doc, why did the time circuit fail?
And I'm probably not going to get any of these right now because it's been too long.
I don't remember.
No wonder this circuit failed. It says here, made in Japan.
Ah, I remember that line.
What do you mean, Doc? All the best stuff is made in Japan.
You know, now I was thinking of the line from the first movie. You know what this means? This means that this damn thing doesn't work at all.
That was a funny line. Christopher Lloyd's great. His acting is like a little dry in this one, but I don't know. I think he's still pretty good.
What did Buford Tannen and his crew rob?
A saloon.
No.
No.
I don't remember.
They actually, you never see them. They just say that they're going to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. I thought they said they're going
The Pine City Stage, which is a stagecoach.
Oh,
Hmm.
nope. Mm-mm.
What about Monday? We doing anything Monday?
to.
No, Monday. Monday's fine. You can kill him on Monday.
Did
I'll
it-
be back up here on Monday.
Okay, so here's the thing. So you like Back to the Future Part 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So The Matrix Revolutions and Reloaded are filmed the exact same
Mhm.
way. And you won't watch them.
I don't want to. I
Is it
won't
because
say
you
that
wouldn't
I never
understand
will.
it?
I didn't like 3 or 1. So
Oh.
and now again, I only watched it once. I probably need to give it another chance, but really
I think
I
maybe
can't get rid of that angst, I guess, or
Well.
displeasure.
maybe try it again since you like Keanu more.
Maybe.
Just the first one, and then maybe you'll be interested in the sequels.
What was Clayton Ravine originally called?
He had some.
Oh my gosh, I saw this. Oh my gosh. Does it start with an E?
No.
No. Darn it. I thought it was like something with an E. Like I saw an image while I was looking at Back to the Future 3.
Don't they make fun of him for it?
No.
All right, then I don't remember.
No.
This map calls Clayton Ravine Shonash Ravine. Shonash Ravine. That must be the old Indian name for it.
Shonash Ravine?
Shonash. Yeah.
Hmm.
When does Buford do his killing?
Alex,
Mm-mm.
you don't remember?
No, it's been too long, I guess.
No.
I just figured
I
these
do
would be
my-
more obvious to me.
Yeah.
Noon. I do my killing before breakfast. 7 o'clock.
I was gonna say 7.
You're saying these lines, and then like I'm seeing the movie scenes in my head.
The
'Cause you're
third one-
saying them just right.
That's what I
The
do.
third one had a really good like a really good set. Like they actually looked like the Old West. As cheesy as they made these films, you know. But I still think they had a good set.
Who were Doc and Clara's sons named after?
Aren't they named after? I'm probably gonna mess it up, but isn't it like they named it after Marty and Einstein?
No.
Well, who'd they name it after?
Well, Einstein was the dog.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I knew Einstein
I know
was the dog.
Einstein was a dog.
Right. Give us one.
'Cause I remember they're saying it like
I'll
at
give
the
you one, you'll
at
get
the
the other.
end. Yeah,
Yeah.
what is it?
Jules and Vern.
Jules and Vern. You're not remembering that, Alex? Why are you not remembering?
Why
Jules
do
and
I
Vern?
not remember that? What's
They're on the train. These are our
yes?
sons.
This is when they're on the train.
Jules and Vern.
Yes, I remember.
And that's when the kid's like pointing at his dick.
What?
What?
You guys don't know about this?
No.
What?
What? How do you guys not know about the kid pointing at his junk?
Pull it up.
All right. All right.
So,
What's?
do you know the significance
remember,
with
like,
Jules
him, like-
Verne?
No, I don't.
The author that Doc and Clara love's name is Jules Verne, and after Doc read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, written by Jules Verne, that's when he knew he had to devote his life to science.
I know that. I know the line that he says that in.
And they're in he says that when they're in the tunnel looking for the DeLorean, or in the mine.
Yeah.
And then he finds out Clara likes Jules Verne as well.
He's not pointing to anything.
It hasn't loaded.
He does do
I'm not really sure what he's doing there.
Look, watch.
He says, "Come here, do that."
He does.
Wow.
How'd you guys miss that?
I don't know.
I guess I was focused on what Doc was
Distracting extras, right? How do you guys miss that? Yeah.
saying. Did you see that, or did you?
No, I've known of that. Yes,
You
I've
just
known of that.
knowed?
Yeah, I've known. I've known.
Oh, great. Well, we're never going to be able to unsee that, right?
Right?
That's funny.
Distracting extras.
That's all I got for
Yeah.
trivia.
Yep. I like 2 over the other ones. I mean, the first one still got
First
some
one's
charm
just
to it,
no.
but
First one's just going to be my favorite.
I'm not a big fan of the movie, like that trilogy itself. But I don't know. I like Michael J. Fox. I like Christopher Lloyd. I like Steven Spielberg. I like Robert Zemeckis. I don't know. It's weird. to
Didn't
me.
you write down a trivia question for him off the movie?
Yeah, but I don't remember the answer of what it was. I think it was,
Ask it, and
Yeah, ask it.
I'll tell you legit if I know or not.
can you name at least 3 of the scientists that are on Doc's mantle?
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
good
yeah.
question. And
Yes.
all I know is,
He has-
Thomas Edison, because that's who he's talking to.
Okay, Einstein and Benjamin Franklin would have been the other 2 that
Okay.
you could have named for sure. So,
Right?
Yeah.
Makes sense, because Einstein is who he names his dog after.
Yes.
But
yes.
do you know what his dog in 1955 was called?
No.
No.
Copernicus! Come on,
Copernicus.
boy!
Mm.
I'll get him, Doc. Copernicus!
Okay. I thought you
I
had
know,
more to
I
go.
know
I
that.
thought you were talking more. I was like, okay. So what,
Copernicus was a astronomer, wasn't
yes, he was. Astronomer, yes. What are we doing next week? Or next time?
I don't know. You want me to look real quick?
Yeah, I thought, you were thinking Jurassic Park.
Yeah, if you want to do that, we can do that.
I'm cool with Jurassic Park. I'm
I love
always cool
Jurassic
with Jurassic Park.
Do you
I
want
mean,
to do? You want to do 1 through 4?
It's fine.
No.
No?
Just do 1 through 3.
1 through
It's
3.
hard. I mean, it's hard. At least from your mouths, it's hard to get through 3 movies.
Well, we've already watched
It
the first
is.
one.
Yeah, we did just watch the first one. Yeah.
first one's trivia is gonna be super hard.
The
Oh,
good.
you go right ahead.
Oh yeah, make them all
Josh
difficult.
and I just spent the whole movie just quoting the whole thing. Anyway, even with subtitles.
I'm
on.
talking scenes too.
We originally had turned the subtitles off,
We talked about
and
that. Yeah.
we just don't like it. It makes us uncomfortable now to not have subtitles. So we turned
Now-
it back on.
I have to say, I think Jurassic Park might actually be my favorite trilogy. I think it might. Like, I think,
If
or Lord of the Rings. I mean, that's
if Sam Neill wasn't in 3, it'd be completely forgettable for me.
Yes.
I might agree with you,
Yeah.
but
It'd
they
be-
could have addressed a lot more.
It'd be
in
no
3.
better than Fallen Kingdom.
Ooh, yeah. Didn't we rank them all? Like we kind of like said all
Yeah, we
Fallen Kingdom was the
probably have.
worst, and then we went like 4, like 5, 3.
I'll do 1, 2,
Ooh.
4, 3, 5.
You know, I think I might have to agree with you on that. Maybe I think I meant like 3 more than 4. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. Alex, what do you think?
1 is the best.
Are you
That's
here?
what-
You
Nobody's
good?
that's
gonna
right.
argue with that.
No, that's just what I'm gonna say. It's just like it's hard to rank. It's hard to rank for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoy one. One's not gonna. Nothing's gonna top that one.
Did you pick a movie for next week, Alex?
She probably wasn't even thinking.
Nope.
About it.
Well, I really want to watch. There's two, but they're definitely not action. They're more drama.
Which
But
ones?
I've been wanting to watch them for the last couple weeks. But I'm like, well, maybe I should just save it because I'm pretty damn sure
What
Brett's
are
not
they?
seen them. One is Patch Adams.
Is it anything like that other terrible Robin Williams movie that you made me watch?
Are you talking about What Dreams May
What
Come?
Dreams May
Yes,
Come?
I hated that movie.
Wow.
No. It's not. It has no. No, they're not similar whatsoever.
No.
There's either Patch Adams, which is more of a drama, but
Uh-huh.
and then there was As Good as It Gets with
That's you got Jack.
Jack
doesn't it?
Mhm.
or Jack Nicholson.
Isn't that a romantic comedy?
It's like romantic comedy drama.
Is that Helen Hunt?
Yes.
Yeah, I get behind that one.
That's fine.
It's a really good. It's a really good movie. I've
I've
seen them
never
in my
seen
head,
it.
and I'm like just been getting this aching to watch them, and I'm like, man, I'm pretty damn
Is there
sure
any
Brett's not seen that
significance to this movie?
one. No.
I don't really think it's. Is it renowned in any way?
As Good as It Gets? I hear about
I
people
don't know.
liking it.
My mom really likes it. I like it. Like I've never heard of a person that I've talked to about it say, "Oh my god, that's a horrible movie."
Okay.
Like it's
Let me
it's
see-
a really good.
let
I'm
me
sure
see,
it's gotten awards too.
85% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's
Probably a good film.
It's a very good
Read
film.
the synopsis.
Okay. Let me go to
I'll tell
IMDb
you that
search
because
for
of
it.
this movie, I know how to spell conscience.
Okay, so here's
Because
the.
there's a part in the movie
Oh, this is a long film.
that she's writing a letter to him, and she like it's a very like I don't know. You'll know when you get to the part.
Okay, so a single mother and waitress. Hold on. A single mother and waitress, a misanthropic author, and a gay artist form an unlikely friendship after the artist is assaulted in a robbery.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Okay, so it has.
And there's a dog involved.
Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, Greg Kinnear, Cuba Gooding Jr.
There's a lot of big names in it.
Skeet Ulrich.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie other than Scream with him in it.
Oh, hey, Brett, by the way, speaking of actors that you haven't seen in other movies, so it's very ironic that you chose
we
Bully.
Yep, we didn't. Do you know why? Do you know who's in it?
Did you see the actress in Bully that you should have recognized
Me
from
too.
The Truman Show?
Let me think a minute. From the Truman Show?
Yeah.
Yep.
Laura Linney's not in it, is she?
No.
You pulled this out of your butt the last podcast about the Truman Show and asked us about it, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we had no idea she was in it."
So I'm talking about the actress Judy Clayton. She
Okay.
plays the mother in Bully.
Is it Allie's mom?
Yes, Allie's mom.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Allie's mom. She's blonde.
Yep.
Yeah.
She is the travel agent
No kidding.
in The Truman Show, who is also Martha Mertz in Ace Ventura,
a
Yeah,
pet detective.
the one who
a
finds
pet
the.
detective
Yes.
who tells them to go to Ace. It's so ironic.
That is weird.
Josh stops
That's
the
their
movie.
top 3 billing.
Josh stops the movie and goes, "No shit." I was like, "What?" It shows me. I'm like, "Who the hell is this? Who are you talking about?" It's like, "This person we just talked to her." I'm like, "Who?" And then he just says, "Pet detective." I'm like, "No, what? Are you kidding me?"
That's crazy.
That
Isn't
is
it,
so
though?
ironic. Like, it's so weird that is connected to all these movies
It
we're
is.
talking about. We just said that last week.
She literally has probably less than a minute of on-screen time.
Probably.
On all those
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we know her from, is all those 3 movies now. She's going to be like, if I don't know, is she still alive?
I'd probably, if I saw her in another movie, I still would not recognize.
I would
Well,
not
now you're going to
recognize
point her
her.
out, maybe, because of all the pointing out that we've done. That's really funny, though.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta find
I
her.
can't believe that.
I gotta see how.
It even took me a minute. I stared at her IMDb that he was showing me. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I don't recognize her at all. I
Oh,
still didn't recognize
no.
her. I'm like, who are you talking about?
She passed in 2015.
Oh, okay.
So
we'll
yes,
never
we
see her
won't-
again.
We were not gonna.
Dang, can't point her out anymore unless we see Gone Fishing. That's her next one. That's with
Is that
Danny.
Joe?
Yeah, Joe Pesci and
Danny Glover?
Danny Glover. Yeah. You don't know this movie?
Nope.
Oh, I haven't seen it either, but I
Nope.
just know it exists. So we're gonna watch As Good as It Gets, and we're not gonna do a what's the word, audible on this one, Alex?
Yes.
We're gonna actually do it. Okay. All right, so I want to talk about this interesting article that just came out, and IGN posted this on theirs as well, and I don't know why they're doing this, but whatever. Before we get into our topic of the week, actually, did you know that in 2014 there was a space hurricane over the North Pole?
Yeah, for one, I have no idea what a space hurricane is, and two, no, I have no
So
idea.
the space hurricane was 600 miles wide. It was a plasma hurricane. It had fast flying solar winds and a tangled mess of magnetic field lines. So if you went up there, you were spinning in circles that had no idea which way was north. And they didn't say the speeds it was going
So
because
at the North Pole itself,
yeah, above it.
just above it.
Yeah, above it. Yeah, it was
So
miles
not in our
It
atmosphere.
was in the
just
atmosphere.
In the atmosphere?
Yeah, above us, yes. Like right in the atmosphere, space hurricane, spinning solar winds and stuff, invisible to the naked eye. So you would just be spinning for no freaking reason.
That's creepy.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
And weather satellites were picking it up, and they saw that it showed it was shaped like a funnel and had counterclockwise spinning arms of plasma ionized gas. Fucked up.
It's amazing.
This happened back in 2014, and it just got released to the public 2 days ago. So it rained electrons into the atmosphere. So that means like lightning, kind of like staticky, could be.
Yeah.
Messed
I guess
up.
it depends on if it's positive.
We've been having some crazy weather lately. Like it's warm now here.
I know, it's 62 degrees today, and we
I have the window open.
we had a foot of snow a few weeks ago.
A week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we postponed the podcast 2 weeks ago because of the snow.
Because we couldn't get out of our driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
We still have like a tiny little chunk of snow outside.
Mm-hmm.
We can make a little snowman.
Yeah, but it's dirt snow.
Speaking real quick of space, have you guys been seeing? Yeah, she's snoring.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen what's going around right now about 2027? How?
We're not going to Mars, are we?
Oh no, we're gonna go 2024 to Mars.
Oh, okay.
2027, they're planning on throwing up the world's first space hotel, and it's scheduled to open in 2027.
Imagine your card gets declined on that space hotel.
I imagine you have to prepay.
Right? You could get ejected like in Among Us. He was not the imposter.
No, but apparently that's the concept.
Right.
So, and it
looks like you ever see Xenon?
No.
It's a Disney movie.
This reminds me of, is it Interstellar or
Interstellar?
Is that what it is?
Yes, Interstellar.
Like it reminds me of Interstellar.
Great
it's the
film.
same concept.
Yeah.
I believe it's gonna be called the Space Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just gonna it's called Voyager Station. It's gonna just go around around Earth. It's like it's not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna be.
Well, yeah, that's a great view.
And they showed concepts of having your what's gonna be in your window.
Do they have a pricing?
No, not that
Expensive.
I found. Expensive, yeah.
Doesn't only cater to the super rich.
Absolutely.
Everyone in the world.
It's Jurassic Park.
We'll have a coupon day.
As of right now, we'll have a coupon day. I love that. They're gonna be creating what's called spaceship culture. So they're gonna have flashy designs and it's gonna be this brand new eye-opening way of going. They're screw.
Hopefully it's all glass.
It's
and we just
basically
look outside.
screw beaches and going here and here and here. Why not go to space? They're gonna make it as if just space travel is gonna be this.
Elon Musk
easy
has been
thing
wanting
to
to
do
do this for years.
Well, yeah. Now that he's got SpaceX, he's just lighting off rockets every day. It seems like.
Yeah, they just had another one land and explode 5 minutes later.
It did no, but it did if you did see the video.
Can you imagine oh, we landed.
At least it.
Boom!
That's exact. Well, I mean, it caught on fire. It didn't. I don't think it exploded. It just caught on fire. So, but if you see it, they send it what that's gonna take people to Mars. That's what they're practicing with. Goes up, and then when they come down to land, it's like landing does this really cool maneuver and
Brett's
lands,
never leaving this world.
He won't even go to another continent. He's not leaving the Earth.
That's why space doesn't interest him.
I'm gonna be on my phone on the spaceship. Hi, Brett. And then John. Yeah. Boom.
Do you honestly believe in your lifetime you will travel
to space?
Yes.
I don't.
I would love to.
Are you saying?
No. I'm asking if you think you will be able to do it.
Yeah.
I think my anxiety won't let me.
Alex, you'll do it.
I think I would pass out.
I think it's more of a of a financial roadblock.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, you got your financial roadblock, then you have your availability roadblock.
Okay, so would you do it? Not say could you do it.
No.
Okay, so
I'm
if
saying-
I'll save up for it. Fuck you, I'll do it.
I don't even think if we saved every penny, we'd be able to afford it.
You never know this. You don't know. We don't know.
I think
We
it would
don't
be like a
know.
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory or a Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory kind of deal where you find a golden ticket and you're like, oh, I'm going to space, man.
Let me put it this way.
I'll
There's
do
a
it.
lot of stuff I want to do on Earth
First.
before I would be able to do in space.
What do you want to do on Earth?
I just spent places I had money to spend to go somewhere. There's places on Earth I'd like to see.
What's your optimal vacation?
I have no idea.
That's a good fan question.
Sure.
That is a good fan question, actually.
I don't mind traveling, but I don't yearn to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Josh,
Yeah,
they have.
something to think about for next week.
So
maybe.
I just Googled how much would the space hotel cost? Like what you're asking.
Yeah.
It says you'll be able to even take a space walk while you're up there. It's basically a luxe resort that happens to orbit Earth. Room rates have yet to be sorted out, but space travel doesn't come cheap. A 3.5-day trip to a hotel is expected to cost a whopping $5 billion.
Woo!
B
Okay, yeah.
Billion with a B?
Million.
with a
No,
B.
million.
Oh,
$5
with a
million.
B.
So no, not as much as you're thinking. But no.
Alex.
Josh, if we saved every penny,
You still wouldn't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can. You can.
you better start getting them scratch offs.
Yep. Patrick's teaching me how to do it.
It's saving your scratch offs and winning another scratch off and another one, and then we can go.
And
But that's
another
like
one.
$5 million
Another
a
one.
person is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So $10 million.
Couples get 10% off.
We'll have a coupon day.
I love that. That's great.
All right, but there you go. I thought it looks really cool to see that in our lifetime this is going to happen.
If it happens.
I think it will.
Got the fan question to talk about today. Now, this was a topic that we brought up last week about gender reveal parties, and now I've seen some conversations on our social media.
Yeah.
It is big. This is actually pretty big for most people.
I wasn't expecting it to be like a controversial thing. It was supposed to be more like
Okay,
hey.
I can't say controversial. I say there are two different sides that I'm seeing on both of these coins.
I didn't want to like. Okay, so you said what are your views?
What are your views on gender reveal parties?
I was
Wow, I
thinking,
spelled reveal wrong. Why didn't somebody tell me that?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Point it out now.
Okay,
Ooh,
you pointed it out on
bad
yourself.
tape.
So, anyways, I not rephrased it, but I took it more as like when I reshared it or retweeted it, I put it as more as I was looking for. Are you into the new fad or do you want to stick more traditional?
That's the same thing.
It is the
I
same
know,
thing.
but when you say view, the way people think of the word view now, or at least I think of politics or controversial subject, and which is things that we kind of steer away from on the podcast. But
Not necessarily.
I just wanted
that
to know
way.
more like your preference versus like what is your view on it. I guess.
Well, the reason why we brought it up is because a 28-year-old soon-to-be father died while the device exploded due to the malfunction of the device, and there's obviously going to be a lawsuit here. So, and personally, we were saying like how we don't think that these types of parties are worth it and stuff. And I've been seeing what people are saying on gender reveal party, what their thoughts are in our Discord and on Facebook and stuff. And people have some really interesting sides to it.
Mm-hmm.
Brett, if you had a child, would you have a gender reveal party?
I wouldn't care. I'd leave it up to what the mother wanted to do.
Right.
I wouldn't do one if it was up to me,
Mm.
but I'm an old fogey too.
Yeah, it's hard to say when if we were to have a child and it's like
Celebrate
it.
I read Cousin Andrew's response, and I kind of get what he's saying.
Yeah.
What I will say is I have no problem with people celebrating the fact that they are having a baby, especially if it was hard to do, or if they had trouble getting pregnant. What I think gender reveals is it's not a celebration per se. It's a look at me, we're having a baby kind of thing. It's for appearance sake,
I think that's kind of how I was feeling about it too. I agree.
My opinion on it's more.
You put it
it's
on
not
Facebook.
necessary.
You do the Facebook Live to show it because you want to make a show.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have a party and invite people, go for it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
I just think
in
that
COVID, people haven't been able to have these.
I feel
Which is
like
what
this.
you said.
I feel like this is taking away from the actual baby shower
Mhm.
itself. And showers used to be like the big thing.
And Brett, you took away from the responses by saying that. Because I haven't even said the responses yet. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So we share our opinions first.
Right, exactly. And then we go into it. Right.
I'm perfectly fine with people having them. For one, as long as you're going to be safe about it, because it's already cost us like in the United States alone, just like death and money and fires and. It's just bad things have happened. So
That's why I had that
If you're
meme,
gonna do it, maybe you cut into a cake and it's blue or pink, or you're having
balloon popping,
like maybe not do all the
Everybody's got to one up
explosives.
the last person.
one after the other.
I guess I like that. I read someone's opinion, which we'll read.
We'll be reading the opinions.
On that.
Long paragraphs of people's like
another thing
real
too
opinions
is
on
the
this.
three of us do not have any children.
None of us. Well,
So,
I mean,
in a way, some people are probably gonna be like, "You guys don't have a right to talk about this." But I mean, it's just our thoughts and our views.
It's our show. We can talk about
Yeah,
whatever we
and we
want.
can talk whatever we want. But
we don't need to
that's
explain
just,
ourselves.
I just think, Josh, if you or I two were to have a baby,
maybe for our firstborn if you want to.
oh, so now you're changing your opinion or your
Yeah,
what you want to
I
do?
am. Absolutely. I am.
I still don't want to.
Okay, that's fine.
I
if you
don't
want to.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I want to keep it.
That's exactly why I said
I'm
that.
I'm a very traditional, old school.
You're more than traditional old school. You're caveman years at this point.
I like.
You want to go no drugs.
So
you want to do
all right,
no knowledge
I'm very much into what cousin Andrew said.
Okay,
So
well,
let's just Let's just go ahead and start reading the comments, and then we'll
Facebook.
just start talking
All
about
right.
it.
So Andrew said one of the we have some paragraphs here. We also have Discord, so we're gonna have a lot to say
Yes.
here. He says, I have no problem with them. What's wrong with celebrating a pregnancy? For some folks, it is a long journey to get to that point. Obviously, Josh is not a fan, but what's wrong with having a get-together with friends and family to celebrate having a baby? Which is what Brett was responding to.
Mhm.
All this being said, we never had one. My wife agrees with Alex that it's one of the truly greatest surprises in life. Why willingly avoid it? Side note, with our second kid, the pregnancy was almost identical to the first one as far as morning sickness, heart rates, etc. So we were convinced that it was another girl. When the baby popped out of it, it was like, it's a boy. I was almost shocked. I was so convinced it was a girl. So it was really a great surprise. I wouldn't change it that for anything. So that's
See,
the
and
knowledge of not knowing.
That is what I want. That's
Right.
what I'm trying to tell you.
I agree.
I don't
agree on
I
that.
don't want the whole let's pop a balloon and see what I'm gonna have. That's not what I want. I want to have that moment be as full and as natural and organic as possible.
And it's a surprise.
And as surprised as possible, because I feel like that's just my opinion. That is the way
You can
it
have that,
should
yeah.
be. Like that's the way it's. I mean, I know that we're in 2021 and it's not the way. Like I just sound like an old fart that way, but that is just how I would like to celebrate it.
Yeah. Justin on Facebook says, I think everyone should do that. Do what makes them happy. If a gender reveal makes you happy, do it. I would have participated if Jen wanted to. That's his wife. But unfortunately, our little lady was born during a pandemic, so we didn't have a party. So, and that's what we were saying about that on our.
I think like the party is supposed to be the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I thought. Like it's. But again, that's just making me feel old school. There are new ways of doing things, which is fine. With the way things are now, you're just hearing so much about people getting hurt or people getting shot in the eye with like the explosives or like it's just like people are just being stupid about it.
Right. We got some Discord responses here. We got Blackstar, who's Brigham. He's one of our longtime followers of the podcast. Said they are selfish and attention getters. Mighty Dunku, who is also Rob, said, I think they are great, and if people want to do them, they should go as crazy as they feel. He also said, I think that as long as people observe the laws and ordinances, then why not? Let people enjoy themselves. Having a kid is something to be excited about. I look at it this way. I could call and tell you I'm having a birthday, promotion, marriage, art, whatever, or I could invite those around me and be social about it. Humans are very social by nature. Poo-pooing on things like this seems harsh, in my opinion.
Which I'm trying not to poo-poo on.
Right. We got Arrow in Discord saying, haven't been to a gender reveal party, but it's whatever.
Have any of it? I've not been.
I've never been to one.
Yeah, I've never been to one. No.
We got Dragonfly, who is Patrick's wife, Crystal, saying, I think gender reveal parties are ridiculous as all they are. Is looking for his attention and what happened to just calling people and telling them what you're having. So that's where
So
Rob had
again,
his
but
response.
that goes back to Juice's comment, which is do what makes you happy.
So-
If that's what they want to do and what I want to do, then that
One
makes
thing
me
to
happy.
note in all those Discord responses is none of them have kids.
Brick does.
Does he?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
Brick
yes.
has a
Okay.
kid.
Yes, he does. But he thinks they're stupid
Yeah.
and attention getters. And then
I think
it
just depends on the person.
we got the flip of the coin here with Quentin, who is who's been on the podcast as well. Jen Hotcakes in Discord said, couldn't disagree with more of the general opinion here. Gender reveals have been some of the best experiences on both sides for me. Seeing my brother-in-law and sister-in-law bawl their eyes out because they finally got a girl was amazing. They kept it a secret from themselves to their reaction was genuine with everyone else. Watching everyone's reaction to guessing right or wrong on the gender of my twins was an experience I'll cherish forever.
Mhm.
It's easy to look from the outside in and say it's stupid or a waste, but when you go through the entire pregnancy with your significant others, which is long, scary, new, incredible, you want to share these moments with friends and family. A
Mhm.
gender reveal is one of the last times you can get together with all these people for a while. Once the child is born, you are all it's about in care and comfort. That can result in staying in for a very long time. It's important to get together and celebrate while you can. That being said, be smart. Know your own limits when setting up the big reveal. If you're not an explosive expert, maybe stick with a cake or balloons.
That's what I just said. Cake and balloons.
We did golf balls that when hit popped into a colored
I
dust
did like
cloud.
yes, I did like the way that he did his. His was kind of cool.
Simple.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's kind of simple. Yeah.
So
keep
I mean,
it
I get the
simple.
whole celebrating with fans or friends and family,
Mhm.
but and I get that the old school way is having a baby shower and that's like an all girl thing.
Mhm.
See, and if I were to do that right now, I would have mainly just my mom, my sister, my bestie, and
maybe a few friends.
like a couple coworkers. Like
Yeah.
other than that, like my life does not have a lot of females in it.
Right.
So I'm very much like for like showers being what the gender reveal is for. Like I think showers is the celebration of the pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird that all right. So you have the gender reveal, then you have the shower, or do you have the shower and the gender reveal at the same time? So I'm all for people getting together and celebrating. It's just I just feel like it's a little extra.
Yeah.
And I don't want to know. That's the big thing is I don't want to know. Some people want to know, some people don't. I don't.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Do you have anything from Instagram?
Yes,
Alex?
actually.
I have a couple.
Let's see here. I've got J360 podcast.
Shout
They
out to them.
say I'm mostly like quote unquote who cares, and never attend them. The parents are already assholes. Why would anyone care outside the immediate family?
Wow.
So
love it.
must have some hate there.
a little harsher than.
Sounds like
Uh,
I was sounding last week.
But he said, LOL. By the way, a lot of people just come for the free food. You know it's true.
Well, I mean, that's with a lot of things. Sometimes people only attend weddings for the free food. Sometimes they don't care about the event. I mean, that's sad to say. That sounds really mean. I like to pull that away from my vocabulary.
Terrible Terror podcast says that they think they're silly but could really care less if people do it or not. I just don't blow shit up in the process.
Right.
And then we've got J Movie Talk podcast. I don't really understand how and why gender reveals have become such a huge thing now. We hear more about gender reveal parties more now than we do baby showers. See, like I just said, like baby showers.
Right.
It's all like, you know what? Maybe we should just ask that. Are baby showers still a thing, or
Yes,
is it just
yes,
a gender
yes.
reveal thing? Okay.
Got Quentin in YouTube saying gender reveal after 20 weeks, baby shower closer to 30.
Oh, okay. And then we've got Dan and Cody podcast. They had actually sent because they actually sent me a clip from their podcast, and it's their podcast for that episode is titled "Gender Reveal Fail." And it has a picture. It says boy or girl with a pop balloon, and it says canceled. So, and they're basically what their response said on their podcast is that they'd like to cancel culture it.
Yeah.
To get it they said they're a California-based podcast, so I don't know if it's just because maybe they're
Because they've
affected
had
by
the
the
experience with the
fires,
fires, right.
and things like that.
Well, Patrick didn't he? Or was that too far south?
He wasn't.
He was part of
he
some
said he
fires, but I
could
don't know if
see-
it was the gender reveal fire.
No, I think that the gender reveal one, I think that added to the fires that they
I
were.
thought that was south, though.
I
Southern
don't
California.
remember. I just remember
California's a big state, Alex. We had
very big state.
It's like a 10-hour drive.
I know, right? But anyways, that is their opinion on it, is that they're against it. And then I've also got another one on Instagram here that says, it's from Paranormal Activity Podcast. So Patrick says they're stupid. Getting the family and friends together for all these stupid, elaborate ways is so stupid. And let's face it, most women who want to do this just want more attention. Look at me, I'm pregnant. Pay more attention to me, is what he says. But he did say a bunch of LOL, so I don't know if it was being sarcastic or not.
Patrick's sarcasm in text is different than in person, so it's hard to say.
I think what you can boil it down to is, from our perspective, we wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm not against anybody that would, as long as
exactly.
Safe.
I mean, it is true that having a baby is a big deal.
Yes.
And if that's how you want to tell everybody that you are pregnant or what
or
going to have, you do you, as a former boss.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm starting to tell people now. It's just you do you, man. I'll do me, you do you.
Alex, you're starting to in this like past few months, you're starting to just be like, all right, I'm gonna do me, you do you.
I think that's really what a lot of people talk about in their 30s. Like, you kind of just figure out
what
instead of impressing other people, you're just kind of set in your ways. Exactly. And I feel like that's really starting to happen.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you think that? I don't really give a shit. Like, this is how I see things, and
yeah, we're not a political podcast.
It's more like no, I'm not saying politically. I'm just saying, like, hey, you don't like this? Okay, fine. You don't like Josh. You just said you don't like Back to the Future. You're the unpopular opinion, but I accept that you don't like it.
It is a very unpopular.
Do you accept that I enjoy these movies?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. That's the way the world's supposed to work.
But I cancel you for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's the way the world works now.
I cancel you for just because I don't like it. That's kind of how it's becoming.
It's more like, oh, okay, well, you don't like this, and you don't have the same opinion, so we're gonna be enemies for the rest of our lives. Until one of us is corrected.
Social media is destroying us.
Yes, it is.
And that is why
we need a cancel culture.
That is why I have put off getting on Discord, that you keep bugging me about.
Oh, we have no political anything there.
No, I'm saying just another social media that I gotta deal with, and I don't want to.
Oh, this is different.
This is just group chat.
It's a literal chat.
Okay, I don't even like my group chat.
Oh, okay. Fuck me, right?
I'm in one for work.
I'm in that.
Listen, I'm in one for work, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It's got like 30 people in it, and it goes off all the time. I hate it.
Wow. Brett's a people person. Make sure you follow the PTOUnlimited podcast for more people person chat.
This is just a way of talking to the fans. I want to talk to you.
You do retail and you're not a people person? Good God, Brett. What are you doing?
That's why, though, because I have to at certain times. So that makes me not want to when I don't have to.
I know. I just turn the notifications off and check it occasionally when it bumps off.
It's awesome. I love reaching out to our fans. It's brilliant. It's a good thing to have. Alex, you want to plug your Twitch?
Aren't we going to come up with next week's...
I had it. What is your ideal vacation?
That's easy.
Well, Brett can answer.
Minus any restrictions, money, anything. If you could go anywhere and do anything for vacation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Spare no expense. What's your spare no expense vacation?
Ideal vacation.
You know, because we're going to be doing Jurassic Park Trilogy. What is your spare no expense vacation?
Perfect.
Sure.
Perfect.
That's a good way of saying it, too. And then make a meme with that.
Spared no expense. Oh, I've been doing nothing but chat, like saying that. That's pretty funny. I love the spared no expense.
By the way, Josh, you used to be able to take any screenshot and make a print of it, right? You can't do that anymore, can you?
What?
What do you mean make a print of it?
Like, if I wanted to make a Splinter Cell poster, you could have done that, right?
It can still be done.
Well, I ask because
I'm not working where I am.
Right.
Well, you can still get it printed by other places.
Well,
it's just going to be a little different price.
I asked because I am not a meme creator.
Oh, I am.
But I've created 2 original memes that I think are hilarious, and I was gonna have one of them as a gift to my buddy who works at home now. And it's a kind of an inside joke, but yeah, I've tried doing it myself and can't get the size right with the words.
Oh, dude, just
text him. He knows.
God, I do on the I do memes
on the daily.
I do memes while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
Well, I was streaming Fall Guys, and I put 2 memes up on Reddit, and it got like thousands of likes, and I'm just so I do that while I'm playing video games. Yes, I can make a meme for you, Brett.
Well, I have the meme. I need it printed on like a certain size.
He needs you to tweak it.
I know. Yeah, I can do that.
I can do that.
I'm there for
Not
that.
Not only will I do that.
I'll
do it for you.
I'll do it for you.
Yes, I'll do it.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, all right. So we have next week's topic. All right. Anyways,
what is your spare no expense vacation?
What is your spare no expense vacation?
We got to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, anyways, if you'd like to watch me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now, we play a bunch of season 2 of The Duty. The Duty. Duty. Lots of COD. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. Oh, and then I also have a YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/cutekitty. Got a brand new YouTube video out that features a lot of what we've developed in my chat called Alex Moments.
Oh my God, blonde moments.
Blonde moments.
Rick got Alex so good.
He got me so good to the point where I took my headphones off because it literally went over my head. So if you want to know what we're talking about, go click on my most recent video there, and you'll know exactly why. Good. A lot of people are watching it, getting into my Twitch chat, and then making fun of me for it. So because it's that obvious.
Right. So,
anyways, yes, really appreciate if you go and either share my content or like my content as well.
You want to follow me on Twitch? It is twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MASTERL. You'll find me streaming Tuesday and Thursday morning, Tuesday and Thursday evening, and Saturday morning so far. That's my schedule, loose schedule until I get a actual job position somewhere in the industry. We'll see. You'll find me doing. Wow, I've been a little all over the place this last week. I did some artwork on stream. I did like a full 3 to 4 hour stream during the Paranormal Activities podcast new logo, which he just unveiled over the weekend. So shout out to Paranormal Activity podcast new logo. So Patrick, I appreciate doing the work for you, and I'm happy that to do more actually. So that's what I was doing on my stream Tuesday night, and then I've also been doing Fall Guys and Rocket League. So make sure you check out my stream. I'll be doing more artwork probably either Tuesday or Thursday evening, depending on what's going on with my gaming. So keep an eye out on Discord and also on Twitter. So make sure you do that. As far as our podcast goes, make sure that if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do hit the subscribe button. We would like if you guys would hit that bell to be notified when we're live as well, too. We would appreciate that. If you want to follow us on any of our social media, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. And on Twitter is @PTOUnlimited. On there, you'll find our memes and stuff of what we're going to be talking about this week as far as our topic of the week, and maybe other things that we share throughout. We'll see. So make sure you guys are following us there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
On a final note, I started watching Batman the Animated Series on HBO Max.
Uh-huh.
And, man, that holds up. And I will tell you what, there is no way, because I think I was 7 years old when this show debuted, there's no way I understood some of the storylines.
It's a long. I was talking about this, I think, prior, maybe when HBO Max was like revealed or whatever, and when they had the animated series brought on, I said it was really slow. The scenes are slow between dialogues.
Slow, but like one episode is about 2 feuding or warring crime bosses, like organized crime bosses.
Mm-hmm.
And in the story, the one who's kind of losing, his son is in drug rehab, and Batman has to take him to his son, shows him in rehab, and says, "This is what your business has done to your own son. You have to turn state's evidence against the other crime boss."
Yep.
Like, this is a cartoon. This
Very
is crazy.
Adult. Very adult.
I'm like, there's no way I understood that the son was in drug rehab.
I'm kind of like surprised you didn't start watching it a lot sooner when we were watching that documentary about the animated series.
Yeah, well, I didn't have HBO Max. I mean, I had it for a while, and I was watching Big Bang, and then I got rid of it.
I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. It's great. It's got a lot of content. Yeah. It's good stuff.
That is all.
We've been watching the Harley Quinn season 2. Still didn't finish it. Went back to
season 2. I think is better than 1.
I like the writing more, but I don't like the animation. I
Yeah,
do
okay.
prefer we were watching Rules of Engagement over the weekend too. That's on Stars, and I was like, man, this is the only reason I have Stars. I need to probably get rid of this.
Old Jeff Bingham.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
I was gonna buy the seasons just over time to own them because they're not that expensive. One season is like over $20, which I don't know why, but the rest are like $10 or $15.
It's weird,
but it's a show that I like to watch every now and then because I always, aside from the cheat part, I kind of see myself as a Jeff Bingham type.
Oh yeah.
He's so funny. Patrick Warburton.
Oh, I just went on the Facebook. Dak Prescott just got signed
with
the Cowboys, 4-year deal.
How much money?
$160 million.
Wow.
He's lucky.
Yeah, he is.
He's lucky. He broke his ankle.
No, he didn't break his ankle.
He's shattered.
He snapped his foot off.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
160 million.
But he got a deal after that?
I'm never going to forget that. Ugh.
That's crazy.
Maybe he just got a cramp.
I'll have to.
Not ever going to forget that line.
I'll have to text Cousin Andrew because he's a Cowboys fan.
That is nuts.
Ugh.
All right, on that note, let's get on out of here, guys. We'll catch you next week for episode 247. Unless you guys have anything else you got to say.
Nope.
No? All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.